Since the dawn of time, a great debate has raged. What is the best exercise for grappling? Ancient Greek wrestler Milo of Croton supposedly carried a baby calf up a hill every day until it grew into a full-size bull. Fast forward a bit, and people swear it's compound lifts with injury prevention protocols. Other people get hyped on Soviet wrestler kettlebell formulas. If you listen to Joe Rogan, you're going to think it's hot yoga. And then Hickson, he was doing whatever this thing is. But what about the most successful grappling coach of our era, John Danaher? Some people call him the Aristotle of combat sports, which is funny, because if that's true, then Gordon Ryan is his Alexander the Great, who conquered the world only to be cut down by a random fever at 32. Just like Gordon conquered the grappling world, only to retire at 30 with a tummy ache. Danaher has famously stated that he doesn't believe any certain exercise protocol has yielded noticeably better results than another, except one exercise. The single exercise he insists all of his athletes do. And that exercise is toes to bar. So naturally, when I heard that Danaher endorsed this exercise, I went to YouTube, probably like you, to see if anybody had actually done it and can let me know if it's legit. I couldn't find anything, so I did it myself. I did it for 3 months. Here are the results. Let's talk about how to do the exercise. It's actually pretty simple. All you have to have is a pull-up bar. You just can't use any momentum. So if you have to touch your feet to the ground to stop yourself, that's fine. Just don't use any momentum and keep your arms and your legs as straight as possible as you slowly bring your legs up to the bar and then slowly put them back down. Danaher talks about what he's aiming for is to get to sets of 12 with this, 12 clean reps. He mentions that you should be able to do around 6 at first, which was true for me. It took me about 2 weeks to get up to 12 with perfect form. Even in the beginning, I had to retract my shoulder blades a little bit because it was painful for me. Once I had gotten to 12, you're supposed to move on to a harder form of the exercise, which you can see here. And after about a month, I was able to do sets of 12 of the windshield wiper motion. All right, let's start with the secret reason why you're all really watching this. Will it give you abs? The answer is kinda. I'll be honest, I'm a little fatter right now because I've been bulking. The good news is my Americanas and wrist locks have improved, so give and take. But even with the bulk, my abs definitely look thicker and stronger than before. Once I cut again, I'm excited to see how much they pop. Number 2, shoulder health. My biggest surprise benefit was actually my shoulders. I've had a lingering slap lesion, basically a frayed labrum, that's made me feel sketchy for years, and normally if I laid down with my hands behind my head to relax, my shoulders felt stiff and ginger when I tried to move. And now, I can stay like that for an hour or 2 with no pain afterwards. Honestly, this might be the most important benefit because guard play destroys your shoulders over time with that rounded spine. Another thing I noticed is grip endurance. I can just hold on longer now without blowing out my forearms, which matters a lot in things like back control that take time. But here's the part that really matters, the jiu-jitsu itself. I could move from convex to concave way faster, pulling my knees to my chest under pressure. That made a difference everywhere. Kipping, side guard, and retaining against camp-style passes like J-point, inside camping, and split squat camping, where the whole goal is to drain your energy over time. Even from turtle, opponents couldn't open my guard structure to pin me. And that ties directly into current guard passing meta. Because passing isn't just about getting points anymore. It's about forcing you to strenuously maintain your structure until your gas tank empties. They're scoring fatigue, not points. This exercise made my structure way more resilient. So instead of my guard dying, my opponents weren't able to actually pass. And if you want proof this carried over into competition, I literally won a whole tournament using nothing but escapes. I talked about that in this video that's linked at the pinned comments or at the end screen if you want to check that out. So toes to bar ended up being game changing for me. Stronger abs, healthier shoulders, better grips, and a guard that lasts longer under pressure. Try it for 60 days yourself and see what happens. And if you want to see how I actually use these concepts in competition, hit that video on the pin escapes, or if you're ready to go deeper, my instructionals are linked below. Either way, this is an exercise worth investing in.